Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar and 8th Rashtriya Poshan Maha campaigns in Madhya Pradesh's Dhar district on Wednesday. Prime Minister also launched Suman Sakhi chatbot, an interactive digital platform to raise awareness on maternal and child health. In addition, the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana and the Adi Seva Parv aimed at tribal empowerment were also unveiled during the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated India's first PM Mitra Park in Dhar with a vision to make the nation a global textile hub. It will bring the entire value chain from spinning to garment manufacturing under one roof, powered by smart technology, green energy and world-class infrastructure. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hailed crores of Indians who are engaged in nation building through their craftsmanship and dedication on the occasion of Lord Vishwakarma's birth anniversary today. Addressing the gathering, Prime Minister Narendra Modi exclaimed that this is a new India, one that does not fear anyone's nuclear threats and responds by striking directly at the source. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also visited and inspected the camps organized under Swasth Nari Sashakt Parivar campaign in Madhya Pradesh. A mega blood donation drive has been organized to mark the 75th birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw donated blood at a camp in New Delhi organized by Akhil Bharatiya Terapanth Yuvak Parishad. Speaking to the media, the minister extended his heartfelt congratulations on Prime Minister Modi's birthday. He also called upon citizens to join politics in an attempt to transform it into a medium of service. Blood donation camps were organized in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir to mark Prime Minister Modi's birthday. The camps witnessed a large turnout of people willing to donate blood for a cause. World leaders extended warm birthday greetings to Prime Minister Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi received a phone call from US President Donald Trump for the wishes on his birthday as he turned 75 today. In a post on social media platform X, Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked Donald Trump and referred to the trade deal talks that resumed on Tuesday. Prime Minister also said that India remains committed to taking comprehensive and global partnership between the two nations to new heights. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked Russian President Vladimir Putin for his greetings on birthday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on X said that India remains committed to further strengthening special and privileged strategic partnership. Several other global leaders also extended their warm wishes to Prime Minister Modi on his 75th birthday. Leaders of Bhutan, Myanmar and Dominican Republic, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, Sri Lanka President Dissanayake and Bhutan Prime Minister Topke, among many others who conveyed their best wishes to Prime Minister Modi. In Sri Lanka, special prayers are being held across the country to mark Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday. The Bohra community in Colombo organized prayers at the Bohra Mosque, offering blessings for Prime Minister Modi's health and continued leadership. Prayers were also held at Ruhunu Katharaga Maha Devalaya in southern Sri Lanka. The observances highlight not only respect for Prime Minister Modi, but also enduring bond between people of India and Sri Lanka. To mark Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday, Union Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal initiated fortnight-long nationwide public service program from Mumbai. The events, including blood donation, health checkups for all the citizens, will conclude on the 2nd of October. On the occasion of Prime Minister Modi's 75th birthday, Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw launched special series of programs on DD National and DD News as part of Seva Parv celebrations to mark the initiative in public service. The special series of programs will continue to be aired till the 2nd of October and feature a special series and a bouquet of programs including the journey of India's development and empowerment along with the inspiring life journey of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Some of the world's most advanced chips powering AI servers, drones and mobile phones will be designed in India, calling this a significant milestone in India's semiconductor journey. IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw said that ARM's new Bengaluru unit will work on a 2-nanometer chip. Indians and the US officials held discussions on the trade ties on Tuesday. An official statement by India said the discussions were positive and forward-looking, covering various aspects of the trade deal. It was decided to intensify efforts to achieve early conclusion of a mutually beneficial trade agreement. The US team of officials led by US Trade Representative for South Asia, Brendan Lynch, held discussions with officials from Department of Commerce. India rose to the 30th position among 139 economies in World Intellectual Property Organization's Global Innovation Index 2025, which is a big leap from 81st in 2015. Indian equity indices ended on a strong note on Wednesday. At close, the Sensex climbed 313.02 points to settle at 82,693.71, while Nifty was up 91.15 points to 25,330.25. Indian rupee rises 28 paise to close at 87.81 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 3rd of October were priced at 1,09,336 rupees per 10 grams on multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for the 5th of December maturity stood at 1,25,890 rupees per kilogram on the MCX. Oil prices eased on Wednesday after rising more than 1% in previous session. Brent crude futures were down 0.6% to $68.06 a barrel, while US West Texas Intermediate crude futures were also down 0.6% to $64.15 a barrel. Microsoft on Tuesday unveiled a plan to spend $30 billion in UK over 4 years, with half of the amount going towards cloud computing and artificial intelligence infrastructure. It is the largest of several pledges from US tech giants totaling $42 billion. Microsoft said its investment marked the largest financial commitment it had made in the UK. Nepal is observing a national day of mourning on Wednesday to honor Gen Z protesters who died during the violent demonstrations last week. All public offices across the country are staying closed on Wednesday, and the national flag is being flown at half-mast to mark the day. Nepal's President Ramchandra Paudel has prorogued the ongoing session of the National Assembly with effect from Tuesday midnight on the recommendation of Council of Ministers. In response to Nepal's challenging fiscal situation, the government has decided to cut meeting allowances for civil servants and reduce staff positions by up to 20%. Israel's army said on Wednesday it had opened a temporary new route via Salah al-Din Street to allow people to flee Gaza City a day after launching a major ground assault aimed at crushing Hamas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Tuesday that a strike against Hamas officials in Qatar last week was justified by the Gulf states' ties to the group. Israeli Prime Minister also said that Israel will create an independent arms industry that can withstand international constraints. The European Commission will propose speeding up the phase-out of Russian fossil imports. After a call with US President Trump, EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen on Tuesday said they discussed additional steps to tighten the pressure on Russia over Ukraine conflict. Von der Leyen added that European Union executive would soon present its proposal for a 19th package of EU sanctions on Russia since the start of the 2022 Ukraine conflict. Russian President Vladimir Putin made a surprise visit to the Nizhny Novgorod region of the country to take stock of joint military drills with Belarus on Tuesday. Putin met with top war officials at Mulino training ground, where he was briefed by Defense Minister Andrei Belousov and his deputy. He said the Zapad exercises were intended to rehearse elements of defending the Union state of Russia and Belarus. Donald Trump and his wife Melania were greeted by King Charles upon their arrival at Windsor Castle. The royal reception also included a carriage procession, gun salutes, military flypast and a lavish banquet. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that Russia is open to resolve the ongoing conflict with Ukraine through diplomacy. He further added that these sanctions will not affect Russia or force it to change its position. Tyler Robinson, the suspect in conservative activist Charlie Kirk's assassination, made an initial court appearance on Tuesday via video feed from jail. Utah District Court Judge Tony Kraft said he would appoint a defense attorney to represent Robinson before the next court hearing scheduled for 29th of September. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz criticized Russia's violation of airspaces on Wednesday, calling it a part of a long-running trend of boundary testing and sabotage by Russia. Speaking at the Bundestag lower house of the parliament, he said that peace deal in Ukraine conflict cannot be done on a cost of its political sovereignty and territorial integrity. Swiss Economy Minister Guy Parmelin formally signed a free trade agreement with representatives of other member states of European Free Trade Association in Rio de Janeiro on Tuesday. It will enable tariff savings for Swiss companies of over $197 million per year in commerce with the bloc. The Philippines on Wednesday accused China's Coast Guard of carrying out unlawful behavior a day after it fired water cannons at Filipino vessels near disputed Scarborough Shoal in the South China Sea. The United States has officially decertified Colombia's counter-narcotics strategy, accusing President Gustavo Petro's government of failing to curb coca cultivation and cocaine production. Thousands of people march in Ecuador's Cuencia to oppose the Loma Larga mining project led by Canadian company in southern Ecuador. Protests continue despite President Daniel Noboa declaring a state of emergency to curb them against his decision to eliminate the diesel subsidy. We're heading for a short break. We'll be right back.
This week on Defense Dynamics, we decode HAL's bold gamble. Can the Sitara trainer transform into a combat fighter? We explain the Great Nicobar project, India's mega push at the Malacca Gateway. We reveal STAR, the supersonic target shaping India's missile mastery. We analyze the B-21 Raider, America's futuristic 6th-gen stealth bomber. Stay tuned for more updates this Wednesday at 8 p.m. IST only on DD India.
Welcome back. Let's continue. Uttar Pradesh's Kanpur faced severe waterlogging after overnight rains, causing major disruptions and road hazards across the city. Residents expressed frustration over potholes and poor drainage, criticizing municipal corporation. In Maharashtra's Jalgaon, heavy and continuous rainfall has caused flood-like situations in several parts of the district. Multiple areas have been waterlogged and daily life has been disrupted. On Wednesday, Delhi witnessed light rainfall, providing a much-needed respite from the heat. The brief downpour came as a welcome relief to the people of the national capital. According to Indian Meteorological Department, light to moderate rain with isolated heavy rainfall is expected over Jharkhand, Vidarbha and Chhattisgarh on Wednesday. The Weather Department also predicted rainfall over Bihar, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal and Sikkim from 17th till the 20th of September, with very heavy falls likely on Wednesday. In the south, light to moderate rainfall is likely over Tamil Nadu from 17th till the 19th of September with isolated heavy showers. Rain is also expected in Kerala, coastal Andhra Pradesh and parts of Karnataka on Wednesday and Thursday. A partial solar eclipse will occur on the 21st of September, visible in New Zealand, eastern Melanesia, southern Polynesia and western Antarctica. The eclipse will not be observable from India. The summer of 2025 in Spain has been the hottest on record, witnessing temperatures of 2.1 degrees Celsius above the 1991-2000 average, 2020 average. This was fueled by climate change and major heat waves, including a record-breaking 16-day stretch. The extreme weather conditions contributed to catastrophic wildfires, signaling a future of even hotter summers as Spain grappled with intensifying climate change impacts. In Vietnam, this year's flood waters are higher than usual, but to the locals it brings fortune over devastation. The rich aquatic resources flushed in by flood waters are vital for sustenance and provide crucial income for the locals. Dolphins near the coast of Colombia have demonstrated remarkable environmental awareness by voluntarily collecting plastic bottles and debris from the sea. Their actions were observed by experts at the El Rodadero Marine Life Center. First Nations group in South Australia have called the ongoing toxic algae bloom a cultural emergency. The South Australian government is working with Indigenous groups to address the issue and improve engagement in future responses. A South Australian robotics company is revolutionizing weed control on large farms with the launch of solar-powered, AI-driven automated sprayer. The precision sprayers target weeds more effectively, offering a cost-efficient solution. On Tuesday, Japan's traditional horseback archery called Yabusame was performed in Kamakura, delighting spectators during the annual festival. Archers dressed in samurai attire demonstrated impressive skill by shooting arrows while galloping on the horseback. In Vietnam, artisans are blending ancient skills with modern creativity to keep cultural heritage alive. From bamboo fans to intricate bronze hairpins, these craftspersons are modernizing their creative processes while preserving tradition. Residents and visitors in Park City, Utah, where the Sundance Festival was co-founded by Robert Redford, reacted to his death at the age of 89. A screen legend both in front and behind the camera, Redford passed away early on Tuesday at his home in Utah. In Rio de Janeiro, Brazilian police arrested 45 people and rescued 700 exotic animals in the largest operation against wildfire traffickers. The animals were sent for expert care. Russia is relaunching Intervision 2025 on September the 20th, a song contest seen as an alternative to Eurovision. On Tuesday, the Vietnam Coast Guard assigned 4 female service members to engineering team for a UN peacekeeping mission, marking the first time women have joined a UN engineering team. Osmaniye produces 90% of Turkey's peanuts. In 2025, it is set to harvest 51,998 tons, supporting 3,500 families and 350 businesses. Osmaniye peanut was EU registered in 2024. Biologists in Osaka are working to make the Gyeogola ruins area a protected reserve. Camera traps have captured wildfire-like ocelots and coatis, with plans to blend conservation and ecotourism. An Australian designer in Hanoi is weaving a tale of cultural preservation, dedicating 2 decades to Vietnam's vibrant heritage and the art of brocade. The Hoax 18th Annual Grape and Honey Festival will celebrate the harvest and support local farmers. The 2-day event featuring 50 farmers will showcase the Hoax top grapes, honey and other agricultural products. Foreign residents in Japan joined a unique event on Tuesday, riding in a giant wooden fishing basket. The event, aimed at introducing local culture, had 15 participants from 10 countries. Alice Springs in Australia is once again hosting Desert Mob, one of the nation's longest-running Aboriginal art festivals. The event brings together over 35 art centres, showcasing works from artists across the country's Aboriginal culture. The cast of Netflix's Black Rabbit, starring Jude Law and Jason Bateman, walked the red carpet at its New York premiere on Tuesday, showcasing the thriller set in city's nightlife. At the London premiere of One Battle After Another on Tuesday, Leonardo DiCaprio praised Robert Redford as an exceptional actor, director and environmentalist, calling his death a great loss. Ed Sheeran treated fans on Tuesday with a pop-up store and acoustic performance in London, celebrating the release of his 8th album called Play at the Ortonant. Marie Antoinette style exhibition opens at London's V&A on September the 20th, featuring 250 items, including her jewels and final note, and exploring her lasting influence on fashion and film. On Tuesday, King Charles attended the Duchess of Kent's Catholic funeral at Westminster Cathedral, the first British monarch to do so in 400 years. She passed away at the age of 92, known for her Wimbledon role and Catholic conversion. Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter and Karol G will headline Coachella 2026 with other acts like Big Bang and Young Thug. The festival will take place in Indio, California on the 10th to 12th of April and 17th and 19th, with tickets on sale on the 19th of September. Harshdeep Kaur's new single Chand Digiya Ve blends folk and modern sounds, capturing love and longing, out now via Warner Music India. Gurdeep Mehendi's Sajri featuring Lauren Gottlieb blends Punjabi folks with urban beats. Out now on music platforms, the track brings festive energy and catchy rhythms. The energetic track Reka Reka from Dhruv Vikram's sports drama Bison Kalamadan is out now. Directed by Mari Silvaraj, the folk electronic song features music by Nivas K. Prasanna and vocals by Aribu and Vidan. Kanna Ravi's Veduvan premieres on OTT on the 10th of October. The emotional drama follows struggling actor who uncovers dark truths while playing an encounter specialist. Indian spinner Varun Chakrabarti has been crowned #1 bowler in latest ICC Men's T20I bowling rankings. In Asia Cup, Pakistan set to clash with host UAE in a must-win game in Dubai on Wednesday. India's women cricketer Tejal Hasabneez has replaced injured Jamia Rodrigues for the ongoing ODI series against Australia. Batsmen Tejanareen Chandapal and Alec Athanaze were recalled while left-arm spinner Kerry Peer has been included for the first time in the West Indies squad for the India tour starting the October month. Indian pair of Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty booked their second round spot at China Masters with a straight games victory in Shenzhen on Wednesday. In men's singles category, Lakshya Sen crashed out of the tournament after he went down against Frenchman Thomas Popov in first round. World #1 Arina Sabalenka withdrew from the China Open due to injury suffered during her title-winning campaign at the US Open. Reigning champions Italy will face Austria in the Davis Cup quarterfinals, while second seed Germany take on Argentina after the draw was held in Bologna on Wednesday. India's ace athlete Neeraj Chopra qualified for the javelin throw finals at World Athletics Championship in Tokyo on Wednesday. Defending champion Neeraj Chopra reached the qualification mark of 84.5 meters in his first attempt with 84.85 meters throw. In Major League Soccer, goals from Lionel Messi and Jordi Alba led Inter Miami to a 3-1 victory over Seattle Sounders. Kylian Mbappe's praise propelled Real Madrid to a 2-1 victory over Marseille in their Champions League opener. Arsenal kicked off their UEFA Champions League campaign in style with 2-0 victory against Athletic Club Bilbao. Dusan Lajovic and Lloyd Kelly scored in stoppage time to help Juventus escape as it secured a 4-4 draw against Borussia Dortmund in its UEFA Champions League encounter. And the stage is set for India's biggest professional women's golf tournament, the Women's Indian Open in Gurugram from the 9th of October. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere, keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.